This is the story where I literally got about 4 hours of sleep. It involves an invisible demon, fur cones, and a no-bark doghouse.
Killjoy!
Hey unicorns! This is the reason why I am pretty much running completely off of this Starbucks drink. So this is how my normal night goes. I'll go have a bedtime drink with my mom, we'll go watch a funny short show, I'll go into my room with the dog and I'll read a book, put on my fairy lights, my sound machine so that it literally looks like I'm in fairyland. I'll go under my covers, I'll let the dog under with me, he'll curl up on my side, keeping me warm. He's like my little miniature heater. I'll lay there and I'll fall asleep within like 10 minutes and I'll wake up in 8 hours at 6 a.m. That was not at all last night. In fact, never in my life have I had this much stuff to write down about everything that happened after I would have normally gone to bed. Okay, so last night started out pretty much the same. Bedtime drink, funny show, goes into room, turns on lights, reads book, curls up with dog. That's normal. I went to bed for about 20 minutes. I checked my clock, and then I woke up literally almost exactly 20 minutes later to my dog pacing around the room, annoying me, like crawling all over me. So I wake up. This has happened before. Usually when he does this, it just means he has to go use the bathroom. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I forgot to actually have him use the bathroom, maybe he drank more water, because when I take him out earlier, I was learning some Nirvana songs on the guitar, so I'm like, maybe I wasn't actually paying enough attention. So that's normal. Usually what I do for this is I'll get up, go wake up my mom, we'll go take him outside, he'll use the bathroom in the sad, cold, usually rain, it's freezing out there, and then we'll all come inside, heat up for a moment, and basically say goodnight. And then we'll all go back into our rooms, and we'll go to bed. So we did that. We went out, we took him out, we brought him back inside, and we went back to bed. So when I had taken him outside, there was a windstorm. This is very common around here. Usually during the night and evening and stuff, we will get windstorms every now and then. That is so normal. So we're having this, okay, windstorm. I'm not thinking that much of it, because we've had this before, and usually it's not that big of a deal. When we go back into my room, so around our house, I don't know if you've ever seen this before, you might have in one of my videos, but around our house, we have like 7 big trees, just like all around us in all different areas. These trees are fir trees. What would they be called if they drop fir cones? I don't know. Anyways, they drop fir cones, and it is that time of year, apparently, for them to fall. One of them is right over my bedroom. So this sad tree is dropping all of its fir cones on my roof. So not only am I trying to sleep through this wind, I mean, I could have slept fine. It's the dog that I'm worried about. He does not like storms. Like, I don't like storms, but he hates them. He freaks out. He thinks we're all gonna die. Normal. So I turned up my sound machine because I only had it on pretty low. So I turned it up a little bit more, expecting that we wouldn't hear the wind or the fir cones. That didn't happen. So I'm laying there in bed, and then all of a sudden, so I can't really hear the wind that much. You know, before it was kind of like whoosh, the sound being like fir cones falling on top of my roof. Instead, now it's just but like 10 times faster than that. It was insane. There's so many fir cones falling on my roof. The dog is freaking out. He's starting to howl. So this has only been about 5 to 10 minutes. It has not been that long since we went back into my room. My poor mother. More like poor me, poor dog, and my poor mother. I wake up, knock on her door again. She's already stood up and she's right by the door, pretty much waiting for me to just come out and go and wait because she hears the howling. Okay, cool. We go and we take him out again. So the first time when trying to go to bed, he was under my covers, and then he got out and he kind of freaked out. This time, he went outside, he used the bathroom again. How much does this dog need to protect his territory? Anyways, we come back in, we try to go to bed for the second time. In one way, I kind of hate this dog, but then in another way, I feel bad for him. So we go into the room, and he is having a full-on panic attack. This time, not only is he howling again, but he is shaking and he is freaking out, and once again, he thinks we're all going to die. This time, he would literally not get under my covers. I kid you not. He would not let me swaddle him. which is usually what we do during these storms. We will swaddle him and we'll just kind of like cuddle him and be all nice and happy and we'll watch a show, and that's just how this stuff normally goes. We all wanted to go to bed. So this time I had readjusted my position on the bed and I was cuddling him and I was swaddling him. He wasn't really for it. He instantly got right out of there, sat on my floor, looked at me, looked out my window, looked at my door, looked over at the wall where my mom is, started howling again. So we take him out again for a third time. I wake up, I get my mom, take him out for the third time. He's just kind of wandering around this time, not using the bathroom. He's just sniffing the air. I'm freezing because I have to stand in the doorway. My mom's up here watching from above, and we're both shaking, we're shivering, it's freezing. The dog's having like the time of his life out there. Same time, I don't really want him to be murdered by a branch because that would kind of suck. Hashtag Seattle problems. So then we come back upstairs, we all sit around, my mom sits on the chair with the dog on her lap, and there's a blanket over her and the dog, and it's just all peaceful. We stand up, the dog gets off of her lap, and we start to walk down the hallway towards our beds. The dog, instead, had decided that it would be more fun to go down the stairs, like 2 flights of our 3 stairs, going downstairs. And as he's going downstairs, me and Mom both sigh, trying to pretend like this is not happening. He moans, and then we both agree that he needs to go out for a 4th time. We take him out, everything's all lovely, he comes upstairs, he gets on Mom's lap again, goes under the covers, and he's licking her legs. I think I've said this before, but my dog is very lick-oriented. This is like his #1 comfort. So, it clicks in me and my mom's head. Like maybe what we really need to do is just go to bed and have him lick my legs. Usually what I'll have is I will have a protecting blanket. I have 3 blankets on my bed. That is crazy. What am I going to do when I move down to California? Anyways, so I have a blanket over me and I tuck that under my legs and like everywhere else because I don't really want him to lick me. That's called my lick shield. And I'll put him under my other 2 blankets and we'll just kind of curl up and cuddle and go to bed. This time, begrudgingly, I let him under all of my blankets because at this point, I've been awake for a very long time. It's probably about, it's either 1:30 to 2 a.m., somewhere in there. So at this point, I am starting to go crazy. I'm starting to have a little bit of a mental breakdown because I am so tired. Like, honestly, don't mess with me when I'm tired. Okay, anyways. So at this point, we go into my room. I let him under the covers. I've started to have a little bit of a breakdown. Like, there's a few stages of this. I kid you not. There's a few stages to every single one of these times when we have him go into my room. First stage. Finally, it's bedtime. Second stage. Seriously, please chill out. Third stage. Why are you howling? Why did you ruin my life? Fourth stage. For the love of God, I'm just gonna swaddle you, hold you here, and then we're just gonna go to bed, okay? In fact, I started manically laughing one of these times. Last stage is F you, dog. Fine, I'll take you outside. And then it restarts again. I'm not that happy. And I'm like, fine, whatever, you can lick my legs. He starts licking my leg. My leg has so many bruises on it because I have a race coming up. It's an obstacle course race. It's going to be insane. I'm training really hard. The other day I was at the park and I was trying to do like a vault jump, I think that's what it is, on some cement thing. And I hit my shin on it 2 times in like 2 different places. Long story short, I have some pretty nasty bruises that I will insert right now. As you can see, those are horrifying bruises. So they hurt whenever they're touched. The dog's tongue doesn't have that much pressure, but it's just enough pressure to hurt so bad that it just sends pain everywhere. I readjust myself, and just after he had laid down and chilled out, taking his huge sigh of going to bed, it's almost like he hears something. So at this point, he's under all 3 of my blankets, and then all of a sudden, he jumps out of all of them, gets on top of them, looks over at my door like there's an invisible demon there. He's freaking out. He is whining. He is crying. He is shaking. Unless I've ever seen him shake. I kid you not. He's probably shaking like this much. Okay, pausing that story. So that is my door, aka the place where the dog was barking, which just so happens to be my only exit, my only way out of here, unless I, for some reason, want to jump out of my window and fall from 2 stories. So, you know, I was really tired, but I'm not really tired enough to go to bed when my dog is most likely barking and shaking at a demon. Real quick before I can see on with this next part, all I have been singing between all of these cuts is that 12 Pilots lyric, I swear inner demons yelling. Okay, so here is that part about the no-bark doghouse that I was telling you about. This right here is most likely the culprit of me, my mom, and the dog hardly sleeping at all last night. So, for those of you that do not know, and I don't know why you'd even know, this is a no-bark doghouse. So basically you set it outside, your dog doesn't know that it's the culprit, and when he barks, it will put off a really high-pitched sound that sadly, since I have such wonderful ears, I can hear too. But here's the problem. Let's put it on test mode real quick to go and see how sensitive this thing really is. So if I woof at it, it will go off. As you can see, it goes, oh my god. Okay, as you can see, it goes off a whole lot. So, one of the problems with this thing, especially when we put it on 50 feet, which is what we had it on, aka the farthest distance that it can be, is it is super sensitive. So, let's say I had it up here and I just kind of put it down like that, it would go off. And it would put off this really high-pitched thing for the dog. If anything falls by it, it will do the same thing, or if there's any loud noises, it will go off. So basically, last night we have this crazy storm, and there is, pine cones, there's wind everywhere, there's all these crazy sounds going off, so the idea that my dad had at probably like 3 a.m. last night, kudos to him, was that most likely this evil thing right here, we left it on last night, it was most likely keeping the dog awake and putting off this really high-pitched sound through our whole entire house that none of us could hear that was distressing him. Okay, so at this point, me and my mom are both done. We are so done, and we have decided that maybe the dog would be happier if we just slept out in the living room with him. Maybe everything would just be so much better. So I go over and I build this bed, which, as you can see, is not quite the best bed ever, but ironically I knew exactly how to make this because I've made this bed a few times, don't remember what the other reasons were for. But my mom is laying in the bed, not in the bed, in the chair, with her leg up on a box. And this is like a little side note sort of thing, not really crucial to the story, but it does make a huge part of it. So my mom has a mess, and she injured her leg, I think she got it like massaged or rubbed wrong or something like that, but anyways, I think it's something with her IT band, and she really hurt it. So when she's sleeping, she's trying to keep it straight, and to lay on this chair with the dog in her lap, it can't be straight. It's like almost straight, it's kind of like that, so it's like not really working. I laid down on that really weird bed that I showed you that I made with my MCR blanket, and then I am on the verge of sleep. I don't know what is wrong with my mind, but I have auditory hallucinations when I get too tired. So of course that comes into the story. So I am laying there, and then just as I'm about to fall asleep, right before my mom does anything, right before any of them move, I hear footsteps going down the hallway, which is, kind of creepy, so obviously that's enough to kind of wake me up and be like, what the fuck was that? So I look down the hallway, no one there, I start to fall asleep again, and then mom says that she sadly can't sleep out there. Her leg hurts too bad and she just can't do it. And then this is the point where we have officially given up. More like me. I guess it was more me, I just kind of gave up. So, all of the other times of falling asleep, I'd had him in my room with me. The very last time, it was out in the living room, but mom wasn't going to be there. I didn't like that thought. So, I still feel kind of bad about this. I was so tired that I didn't even care anymore. And I had tried having him sleep in my room, I think 2 times, and he'd been freaking out of this weird invisible demon in the corner of my room. So, I just went to my room. It was kind of sad when we did this because he was following us down the hallway because he thought we were going to go do something fun. I shut my door on him and I made him sleep out in the living room all by himself for the whole entire night. Oh my god, I forgot something. Okay, this is like golden to this whole entire story. I don't remember where this was in this video. I kid you not. This is like the best part of it. Okay, I am so manically tired that I will do anything to make this dog fall asleep. I think this is the 3rd time of trying to go to bed. Something like that. It was one of them. They all just kind of blended together. So, I'm in my room, and I'm trying everything I can to make this dog chill out. He is freaking out, he's shaking. I, swaddle him with the blankets. I grab him, I start loving his head, rubbing his head, and then eventually he chills out enough that he just kind of rolls over on his side like this. And I start singing him lullabies. I kid you not, I'm literally singing lullabies to this dog. You ready for my new debut of lullaby songs? There's a new good boy in town, and it could be the puppy. It could be the puppy. You could be a good boy, you could be a good boy. Obviously a little bit more of a whisper because that would pretty much wake him up. Moral of the story: don't mess with me when I'm tired. I have auditory hallucinations when I'm tired. Dogs hate storms, especially mine. My dog can see demons between the hours of 2 and 3 a.m. and sometimes other times. I think I've talked about that before. He constantly stares at random places in the room. Either his tail wags, or he kind of freaks out, or he does a submissive pose. Either way, my dog sees demons. I guess that's pretty much all the morals of the story. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and believe in yourself, you can do anything. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. Anyways, believe in yourself, you can do anything. I love all of you guys. Have a wonderful day, and yeah, bye.